All right, we're on Facebook Live. Hey, everybody. We're now, thanks to the powers of the interweb, we are now streaming on the Geaux Rouge Facebook page on Facebook Live. We are waiting for the illustrious mayor of Central to join us, as well as Mr. Haldane, who makes the magic happen. He makes the show actually be recordable remotely. I am sitting in a room with Kristen, Perrin, Kim Ellis, Ashley Rush, the important of the two Rushes, Ashley Rush. And of course, you guys know
definitely the most talented.
Definitely most talented. Kylee, we got Mayor David's on with Kim Ellis as his name. We're gonna let Mayor, do you know how to change your name?
Yeah, I can figure it out.
Okay.
I'm not Kim Ellis.
I
mean,
everybody wants to be. What I hear.
rename. What should I rename myself as?
Mayor David Barrow.
Okay.
If you're on one of you guys while David's getting his life together, if you go to Facebook, if you go to the Geaux Rouge page and you haven't liked the page yet, you need to like it because my ego needs that. You want to go and share, and more share. Thank you, Ashley.
I know how this works.
Talent.
Told you. I told you.
So we are on Facebook Live. Please share it. If you know somebody, if Kylee knows somebody from Cashew Creative, if Kristen knows somebody from the Chamber, Kim, if you know somebody from Exit, share, and more share. And we are going to start this thing up in a little bit. Today we are showcasing the city of Central. Now, I know what you guys are thinking out there. Geaux Rouge celebrates Baton Rouge. What the heck are you doing celebrating Central? Well, come on. It's the Baton Rouge. It's the East Baton Rouge Parish. It's the Baton Rouge area. And candidly, I've had some fun. I've had some fun recently in Central, which I'll be honest, has caught me off guard. I was a little surprised. Shout out to the folks at Stabs. Right. And I have to give props to Kim Ellis and Bo Sheridan for being ambassadors of their wonderful city. I will also give credit to Kylee. Kylee got me to go to not one but two Central business networking. I don't even live there, and I'm going to like BMIs out there. So, and they were a lot of fun. One, I got to actually talk about disruptive advertising. And then the other one, I just attended Caliente, which was an excellent restaurant. Excellent. Yes. So we're going to talk about why in the world would someone want to live in Central. We're going to talk about what's going on in Central today. We're going to talk about some of you wonderful people and what you guys are doing. Kylie's going to talk about something that's very near and dear to me, which is getting and being healthy. I don't know if you've noticed this, Kim. I don't know if you've noticed this. I've dropped a few lbs.
Not at all. Haven't noticed at all.
I am wearing clothes. I'm wearing clothes that I haven't worn in quite some time. And so not bragging or anything. I'm wearing. You got it. Okay. So y'all have to, that's okay. So if you're streaming live to watch the comments, good thing Kristen pointed out something I wanted to tell you. Lower your volume on the other device so we don't get reverb. But here, back to the point. So here's the dealio. I need to get, it's not enough to diet. Although I think that dieting is 60-70% of the game. I need to go the next 30% of the game, which is living healthier, doing healthier stuff. And I am excited because Kylie's here to talk about, normally Kylee is by the way, Kylee and Cashew Creative help the Geaux Rouge Show out with advertising, marketing, all that jazz. Kylie's talking about fitness today. And then what I'm really excited about, and I don't know if y'all have connected yet, but I am working hard to get Dr. G to connect with Kylee because it's like the best of two worlds. My doctor who is concierge and keeping a track of my nutrition and my diet, getting married, so to speak, with Kylee and fitness. I'm excited. It's giving me goosebumps. So Brian Haldane's here. So in about a couple minutes, we'll start the show at 10. I selected, so this is the other thing. I met Mayor David through Kylee, through Kim, through Kim at Stabs. Because Stabs is like, okay, by the way, if you don't know this, Stabs is the place you go if you're the who's who of Central. I mean, like lunch, business is happening at lunch on Thursdays at Stabs. No, Stabs is a really good restaurant, and I met
Ladies
David
at
that
lunch.
way.
Are you part of Ladies at Lunch?
And here's the thing is people get butthurt. No, so she brings up a good point. People get butthurt because they're like, well, why didn't I get the invite? And let me tell you, Kim and Bo consistently say, well, everybody's invited. You just show up. Yeah. And I've watched it. It's true. People just show up. So
that's kind of Central in a nutshell. You just show up. Everybody's invited.
I was killing some time one day. I was there a little early. I get to places early. Kylie, you can confirm this.
Yes.
I get to places ridiculously early. I was hanging out at the salon down the street from Stabs. I was going to get a little mani-pedi facial thing going on. I was rapping with some of the young ladies working there and some of the patrons. It was great. I'm dead serious, by the way. I'm dead serious.
Oh, we know. Normally by the time I show up, you have a whole different group of people at your table that you've already met. Which is awesome.
It's a cross-eyed bear. If you're watching, we got 31 people. Kim, we got 31 people watching this show right now.
I mean, you've got the dream team right now.
So
when Kim Ellis calls, you come running.
That's right. That's right. Right. I'm like, please help, Ashley.
Well, we did. We came running.
So what's
and I would do the same for y'all.
So what's interesting is I reached out to Gordy to try to get the assistance of getting Ashley on the show because everybody has said, you got to get Ashley on the show. You got to get Ashley on the show. What's funny though is Kim got the job done. Gordy didn't get the job done. Kim got the job done.
Kim got it done.
So if you're watching on Facebook Live, here's the thing. If you're watching on Facebook Live and you have Jen Blackwell says, hey y'all, if you're watching on Facebook Live and you have a question for one of our guests, you can throw out comments and questions out there. Please don't troll. It gets distracting. You've got the mayor of Central here. You got the mayor. I mean, the buck stops here with David, right?
Very much.
Kind of. So, yeah. I'm sorry, David. It's going to be good. So the order of
some people think that.
Yeah. So the order of ops is going to be as follows. We're going to get Kylee is going to go up first. She's going to talk about health. And then I'm going to turn it over in our second segment. So it's intro 2 minutes. Segment is 10 minutes and 10 minutes. Break. Intro 2 minutes. Segment 10 minutes, 10 minutes. So the way we're going to do this, so you guys all know and so the listeners know, is we're going to do Kylee first. Then I'm going to hand it over to Kim. And Kim's going to introduce everybody. No pressure, Kim. And then you just got to introduce them. Hey, my name is Kim. Yeah. So we're going to turn it first over to David, and then we're just going to do round robin. So because he's the mayor, he may have something come up. I mean, he may have something come up, and I don't want like the citizens of Central getting upset because he's not doing mayoral stuff right now. Although I will say I'm excited because he is the second mayor I've had on my show. Just throwing that out there.
Next, I mean, he is doing mayor stuff. He's talking about our city.
He's promoting Central.
I want to know why I wasn't the first mayor on your show.
So the bucket list now is I've had the mayor of Central on my show, the mayor of Baton Rouge, and now it's Shaquille O'Neal and Drew Brees. Those are the last two on my bucket list. I've had Brandon Landry from Walk-Ons. I went to high school with Brandon, so it didn't feel as special as everybody thought it was. But Shaquille O'Neal will be on my show one day. That will happen. I'm a big basketball fan.
Make that happen.
I believe in you. Yeah. Ashley can make that happen. Both of them.
So, all right. So, Brian, can I go on and count everybody down? Okay. So, I'm going to count all you guys down. And as a reminder, I'll do the intro. And then that's when the silliness starts. So, we're counting down 5. All right. Welcome to another episode of the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. If you're listening on Talk 107.3 or on Facebook Live, welcome to episode 70. I'm your host, Franz Borkhardt. Master Controls, you can't hear him, you can't see him, but he is making the magic happen, is Brian Haldane at the Talk 107.3 studios. If you're listening on Facebook Live, please share, and more share. We've got a special episode today. So I went off the beaten path a little bit, and I decided I wanted to do a show that showcases the city of Central. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. This is a Geaux Rouge show. Franz celebrates the best parts of Baton Rouge, so what's going on? Are we going to have a Baker show one day or a Zachary show? And the answer is, well, we're all neighbors, and candidly, maybe I would be down with having a Zachary show. But the long and short of it is, we're all in the same parish, and there's some fun stuff happening in Central that I wanted to share with you guys. We'll talk about that in a second. But before we do that, if you want more information about the Geaux Rouge radio show, go to www.geauxrouge.com. That's www.geauxrouge.com. And secondly, if you have an idea for a Geaux Rouge show, if you think, hey, I think you need to have Shaquille O'Neal on, or hey, I think you need to have this person on, email me at info at geauxrouge.com, and I will tell you most of the time, unless you want to put somebody that's crazy on, I put them on the radio. It's great. So without further ado, let's thank our show sponsors. These are the businesses, men and women, that make the Geaux Rouge show possible. First and foremost, Gulf Coast Title. Gulf Coast Title has been a tremendous supporter of the Geaux Rouge show. I absolutely recommend you using them for your title needs. Joelle has been tremendously supportive of the show, as well as supportive of getting community organizations on. For those who don't remember, we had the Parade of Homes on, or the Dream Home on for St. Jude. So thank you to Gulf Coast Title. We have Sullivan's Steakhouse, your neighborhood go-to steak restaurant. Sullivan's to me is what Stabs is to Kim. So Sullivan's is my special place. I highly recommend you go. Great happy hour menu, as well as the knockout cocktail beverage. They are open. You can sit in the bar. You can sit in the main eating area. Great service, great food. La Divina Italian Cafe, open every day with your custom, made from scratch breakfast. I recommend the frittata omelet. It is out of this world delicious. The Borchardt Criminal Defense Law Firm, the finest criminal defense firm in the universe, as I've often said, or at least in the state of Louisiana. That is my lemonade stand. That is my law firm. For more information about the Borchardt Law Firm, you can go to www.borchartlawfirm.com. Certainly give us a call if you need anything. And then my favorite sponsor right now, the one that's helped me lose 38 pounds, Dr. Gunja Reina from MD VIP Heal 360. This lady is crazy, but in all the right ways. She is helping me get my life in order. She's helping me eat right, feel better. I'm doing like protein shakes now. I never did protein shakes. Franz is living the protein shake life. It's concierge medical service. What that means is I get 24-hour access. So if I'm not feeling good, or if I have a question about nutrition or about some issues, she gives me access, and we find a solution to the problem. Definitely recommend you utilizing Dr. G. I need to get her back on the show with Kylee. So our guest today, transitioning into the show, our guest today, first up we have, and look, everybody on the show today is an ambassador of Central. They are walking, talking, breathing the Central La Vida Loca, so to speak. We have the mayor, David Barrow. We have Ashley Rush, the better half of the Rushes. We have Kristen, Perrin, and Kim Ellis. But our first guest has been on the show before. She is part of the creative team, Cashew Creative, that helps make Geaux Rouge look fantastic. She helps other people look fantastic. We got Kylee Arnold. So Kylee, welcome to the Geaux Rouge Show. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing really great today. So it's a happy Tuesday.
So I know you as a creative force that helps people look in their businesses, in their professions, looks their best, right? And it's only logical that extends to your other kind of, I don't want to say hobby, passion.
Passion, yes.
Taking care of yourself, right? Healthy lifestyle. So talk to me about that other passion. What is it? What are you doing, and what's going on?
All right. So in addition to my creative side, I also own Arnold Nutrition Coaching. I'm just passionate about helping people feel their best self. I'm also a native of Central, so I love our community, and I'm just a believer. And if you want to see something happen and really make an influence on the lives of others, you do it. So we're also putting together this wellness festival in Central that I'm really excited about, because it's not just about the nutrition or the fitness. There are a bunch of different pieces that come together with that. But I'll stop there. You know, I don't know if you want me to go any further yet.
Wait. You had me at festival. Talk to me more. So
Okay.
Central's going to have a wellness festival?
We are, because there's so many awesome resources in Central that I feel like people maybe aren't fully aware of. And then let's be honest, when it comes to fitness classes, it can be very intimidating to go by yourself initially. So what we're doing is we're bringing a variety of fitness classes to you for you to try out. So it's May 1st at 10 a.m. in Central Square, and we're going to have at least 6 different gyms do community workouts or demonstrations depending on the gym and what they offer. In addition to that, we're going to have healthy cooking demos, and we're going to have a variety of vendors. So that's meal prep services, that's your healthy teas, that can be your spas, your aesthetics, you know, your hair salons, anything that makes you feel good. I mean, even a bank, because let's be real, financial wellness is important too for our overall health. So we're trying to really capture the mental, the physical, the nutrition side of things, and bring it all together and expose our resources in the Central and surrounding areas to our communities.
So if I wanted to attend this fitness festival in Central, how much does it cost? Where can I get more information? How can I participate?
So it is free. So it's called Activate. So you go to the Activate, which I think I can shoot a link in the comments of the video to it. So it's click that you're going and share it with your friends. So I'm just going to say you have to do that because we want more people there, right? So click that you're going, share it with your friends. Come join us at 10 a.m. We're going to be posting the workout schedules, and you can choose which workouts you want to be involved in. Most of them are also kid friendly. So that's the great part, is if you have your children with you on a Saturday morning, let's get active together. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of businesses that you get to expose yourself to. And if you're a business that wants to participate, let me know. The more the merrier. And we're super excited to have people join us.
So I guess my question, I think this is a wonderful idea. I mean, all the festivals I've ever thrown, Kylee, are extremely unhealthy. Chicken wing festivals.
That was really good, though. That was
festival.
one of my favorites. I need the wing fest back in my life. We had Italian fat the other day.
So it's funny you say that. Even though I cannot eat chicken wings right now, we are actually in the works to throw a citywide chicken festival to benefit a charity. I will actually reach out to some of my folks in Central if they want to play too. But no, fitness festival. And I will tell you, the hardest transition for me in my life in this whole healthier lifestyle, we're not supposed to use the word diet, healthy lifestyle, right? So the hardest thing is the perceived discomfort and awkwardness of, the best way I can encapsulate it is the first time I walked into a yoga studio. At that point, I weighed 286 pounds, same height. I was awkward. I'm still awkward. And I was not very good at yoga. And I have of course thought everybody's just going to spend the entire session staring at this big, bald, awkward dude. And nobody cared. They were there just to get their get their namaste on, and they could not have cared about it. And once I got over that hump of, it's not about me, which is, Kim will tell you, it's often my problem that it's not all about me.
But in our minds, we think it is. So.
Right. So it's the same thing with running a 5K. It's the same, oh my gosh, I can't run a 5K. I could walk a 5K, So it's like, I'm excited about this. So, okay.
Let me tell you some of the gyms that will be there. That's a big part of it too. So we will have Body Sculpt Bar Studio. So you get to try bar. We'll have Pivot 180. We will have Body Bayou showing personal training. We'll have Jiu-Jitsu. We'll have Elevate Strength and Fitness, and a few others. So we're really excited to showcase the variety of workouts and gyms in our community.
So we're going to get to Kim Ellis in a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed, Kylee. I don't know how well you know Kim Ellis. Kim Ellis has gone through a nice little transformation as well.
Yes.
I call her my central sister. And it's funny because when you start feeling better, whether it's because you're not carrying as much weight or everything else starts lining up too. You start feeling better, you start acting better. I can tell you when I was at my maximum weight, I had what I called man tantrums. You may have heard about some of these. It didn't matter if it was Starbucks, a bank, or wherever. If I had an opportunity to throw a tantrum as a grown man, I would throw it. I'd throw it. I'm just going to throw that. I'm going to lean into it. I am so much more relaxed now, and stuff just doesn't I don't feel like I'm wearing the same kind of health issue. And look, I'll be clear. I've got a lot of weight to go. I've got some more healthy transitions. My doctor has me taking apple cider vinegar, Kylee. Have you ever drank apple cider vinegar? So
she's helping balance the pH in that gut.
So this is the funny thing is she tells me to take it. So I'm taking tablespoons of it. And then I go in for my checkup and she goes, how's the apple cider vinegar going? I said, it tastes nasty. And she goes, are you drinking it straight? And I said, well, yeah, right. She goes, you're supposed to dilute that with water.
What?
And she goes, you also could just take a pill, right? And I'm like, now you tell me. So, okay. So one more time, Kylee, if I want to get more information, if I want to get Kim, Ashley, if I want to get Mayor David or Kristen out to this event, where do I send them?
You go to the Facebook page. It's Activate Central's Fitness Festival, and I will share a link in the video directly to it as well. So
Kristen, I don't know if you were paying attention or not. It's free.
It's free.
Kim, I don't know if you were paying attention. Kid friendly. Now,
kid friendly event.
Now, I just got messaged a question, not to put you on the spot, Kylee, but there's always this person that asks this. Dog friendly?
Ooh, I don't believe no.
So the lawyer in me says this. I appreciate the bonds between men and women and their dogs. I understand it. I have a mini schnauzer. She and I are like this.
Yeah.
However, if you're going to a large crowded place that has lots of people that may be noisy and create stress for your furry friend, maybe just leave the dog at home. It's okay. I have a 5-year-old that acts like a dog sometimes. So Kylee, thank you so much. And look, the other side of this, I would be remiss if I didn't say this. As you creative. Okay, so Kim, Kim does some marketing, so I will throw this at Kim. When I started the Geaux Rouge radio show, I knew I needed a website. I knew I needed help with, and this is the biggest thing, I knew I needed help creating a platform that I, myself, dummy-proof could handle. And so I went to Casu Creative. They actually reached out to me in such a way that it was different than the other marketing PR firms. And it was perfect. They did excellent service. They're not a show sponsor, so this is genuinely coming from my heart right now, right? This is like right here. They do excellent work. The website is very, very, I'm a lawyer and I can upload stuff on the website. It is a no-brainer. Casu Creative. Kim, I'm telling you, you need to connect with Kylee and them. Kylee, thank you so much for coming on the show today. You can absolutely stick around as long as you can. Now we're going to transition in the second segment of our first half of the show. We've got Kim Ellis from Exit Realty. Kim, what's going on?
Not much. I'm going to first start out with apologizing to Kylee because I was supposed to call her like a year ago. And, COVID happened. So here we are.
It's not just you, Kylee. It's not just you. So don't feel like, it was a slight. So, okay. So Kim Ellis and I met through a realty firm called.
Sorry, I didn't know. Was it through one of our Central City social events?
The first time I met him was. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. She remembered. So to her credit, she remembered the Central City social event, the networking group. I did not. I was in a different phase of my life back then, in fairness to me. So then we reconnected at the Exit Realty banquet, which I emceed. I got to hang out with Kim and Kim's husband, which was a blast. Shout out to the other folks at Exit Realty. And so that was where I got the invite to go to Central. No one's ever invited me to just hang out in Central before. I had been to Central, but nobody said, come hang out in Central. So I was intrigued. I was like, what does one do in Central? You go to Stabs on Thursdays and have one fantastic meal, and you hang out with young professionals. Sometimes you hang out with the mayor. So that's where we're going to start. Kim, introduce the folks that you've invited on this Geaux Rouge radio show, and we're going to just launch into a great conversation about Central.
All right, super fun. We've got Ashley Rush. She is the new Central City Community School System Athletic Director. We are super pumped to have her in Central. She's been in Central longer than I have, but now she gets some credit for all the great things she does. Before, she kind of just worked behind the scenes and gave everybody else credit. Now we get to give her credit.
And I've been told that athletics are kind of a big deal in Central.
Absolutely, I would say so. I mean,
okay,
anything, like if you can throw a ball,
wrestling, football, yeah.
I think the only thing we don't have is golf, huh? Ashley, do we have golf yet?
We have golf.
Oh, we do have golf? Okay, well, I need to go to a golf
more
match.
exposure to golf and tennis and wrestling. So I'm glad y'all are mentioning all that. But yes, we're not just a football, baseball, softball school.
Well, you can go to.
We even have lacrosse. We might be hosting the lacrosse state championship here.
So I was just about to ask about lacrosse. I'm starting to notice kids are playing lacrosse. I don't know how I feel. Right. And I guess it's because it's kind of it's a different level of contact. It's a little bit safer. It certainly. Anyways, we'll come back to this. All right. So who else do you have, Kim?
I got Kristen Perrin. She is the owner of my favorite little boutique in Central, Southern Charm. She also owns Central Community Athletics. Is that the real? It's CCA. That's what everybody in Central calls it, or the gym. She has a plethora of cheer programs and tumble programs there. I don't have any little girls, but I like to borrow my friends' little girls and send them to cheer and tumble there. She's just great. We got David Barrow, who's a longtime friend. My husband was actually a city councilman a while back, and David and Jason worked very close together with a lot of things. And that's just how I
can we just go out and say this? David is the mayor of Central.
Yeah.
Who by the way you introduced last, which I love.
Well, he's just mayor of us.
Save the best for last.
You know what's important if she introduced the athletic director first.
Yeah, see, sports are important in Central. You have to introduce Ashley first.
So, but that's kind of how it. But let me say this though: while every town, every city, every parish has their issues, kind of the way it is in Central is I'm sitting at a table at lunch one day, and I've got the mayor, who's David or Barrow. I've got somebody on the zoning board next to me. I've got it's the who's who, but nobody really, at least at that table, nobody really takes themselves too seriously. So which is nice. It's refreshing, right? So we've got about 5 minutes left in this segment. So I'm going to start off with David. So David, talk to me about what's hot in Central right now. What's going on with Central? What are you most proud of as a mayor?
Look, Central's such a great place to live. We have such a great community, and I'm just really excited, particularly lately, about the good work that we're doing with our chamber and promoting our local businesses. 2 Sundays ago, we had a great Shop the Central Square event over off of Wax Road in Central Square. We had over 75 of our local vendors came out. It was a huge event, and I think it was a great day, and people are ready to get outside and start doing things again. So it was just great seeing so many people in our community coming out and shopping, talking to each other, seeing each other, just having a good time on a great day. And that's what Central's all about, is having good community events and everybody sticking together. We've got a great July 4th event coming up that we're actually going to have on July 3rd, the band and fireworks show, and just, get people outside again and start having fun again.
So biggest question I always have for everybody, because I suspect you guys are doing some amazing things out there. There are some folks, both in Baton Rouge and Central, doing amazing things. And the biggest breakdown is how do I get connected? How do I find out when things are? How do I find out, besides, of course, having you guys on the show, which is my gift to the people, how do I get more information about the cool things that are going on in Central? Is there a website? How would I do that?
Well, for us, we do have our website, but our Facebook page is a lot easier to update. So, check our Facebook page, the Central Chamber of Commerce, also on their Facebook page. They talk about new businesses, events going on in businesses. So, that's the easiest way to probably do it. Or, you always have the good old fashioned make a phone call and ask what's going on. We're always here to answer.
Wait. People, it's 2021. People pick up phones and talk to each other.
Well, they actually text. We don't like talk, but at least we can message.
So if I'm looking for, and so this is going to be a stupid question, but if I'm looking for the Central Facebook page, is it Central Louisiana Facebook page, or what?
City of Central Notifications.
City of Central Notifications. That's it. So Mayor, I knew what it was. I was trying to give you the soundbite opportunity there. I liked it. So we're going to be easing into our first break. When we come back, speaking of the chamber, we've got Kristen, who is with the chamber, right? We are going to talk athletics. What is it like running the athletics? Man, oh man, I can't even imagine what your job is like. We'll talk about that in a second. And then, of course, we're going to go back to Kim and talk. So Brian Haldane just tells me that his computer just locked up. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that we're still recording or not recording. So fun times. So we're just going to keep talking for a minute. By the way, this is the fun thing about COVID-19 radio shows, guys, is I can do a remote show where all of you guys are safe, and there's so many things that could go wrong. Last week, for those who were listening last week, there was a horrible storm, and I got disconnected. The host of the show got disconnected from the Zoom, and I was terrified because I thought that crashed the entire episode. No, one of the guests just stepped up and started talking to the other guests. It was great. It went great. So since we have this extra time,
Kim Ellis. If it happens here, that would be Kim Ellis.
So by the way, while I have mad love for Sullivan's, Kim, I did shout out to Stabs. I did invite Kim to get someone from Stabs on the show, and ultimately I have this fantasy about doing an episode from Stabs.
I want to do it on the second floor patio.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
really?
have a show there.
That's fine.
Well, we just need stable. We just need stable internet. Now, look, I was just advised that Kristen just got back from cheer competition, and lots of her teams in Panama placed, and I quote, super high. So we're definitely going to talk about that when we come back. So we're kind of at a break right now So listen, this is my question. Going back to Kylee, because I know, Kylee, you need to bug out in a little bit. If a business wants to get involved in this whole, this festival, this health fest, fitness fest, how would they do that? What are the opportunities for them?
So if there's a business that wants to get involved, we have a link up. I want to give another shout out to the Chamber of Commerce. They've been so supportive and have they provided the platforms for registration and such for the businesses. So you can have a booth there, you can have a food truck there, whatever it is you'd like. You can go to the Central Chamber of Commerce website and then events. And under there, you'll see Activate. And you can register for a booth there, or you can reach out to me directly through Facebook or email. I also put the link to the event in the comments as well, so we can show that. Does that help? Is that clear enough for y'all, you think? Yeah.
I can see a Borkart Law Firm sponsorship of this.
I need it. I'm going to need the sponsorship packet.
Get fit, get a good criminal defense attorney. So we're going to go on and wrap up this segment. Brian's telling me that we're going to start the second one. So we'll be right back. We'll be right back with the Geaux Rouge Show. We're going to take a quick break. Stick around. We'll be back. So we're clear now. So this is the show. This is the Facebook Live show between shows. So Ashley, I got to talk about the turf on the football field, I'm told.
Okay. What are we talking about the turf? We've had the turf for a year.
Yeah, Kim, why are we talking about the turf, dude?
Because it's awesome. What's next? Like, all these great things are happening.
A lot of momentum happening in Central.
Yeah.
So when we come back, we're going to start with Ashley, because I know Ashley's actually, unlike some of us, Ashley's actually working right now. We're going to come back with
I
that.
can't believe y'all can't hear the kids. I'm literally in our middle school and the bell just rang and all the kids are, and I'm like, oh God, please don't let
You can't hear it.
Our amazing student athletes are somewhere in there. I'm sure y'all heard them.
So
Hey, did you hear
after,
Jackson placed second at state tournament last weekend?
Yay, Jackson.
No.
That's exciting.
So we got 38 people on Facebook Live watching. Shout out to the 38 people.
At one point, I saw 63.
Yep.
There was, they're big numbers. We're at break right now. It's okay. And then we're going to, after Ashley, we'll hand it over to Kristen to talk chamber, what's going on with that. And just some more fun. So I'll have you know, I have not had my chocolate protein, low fat, low carb, low sugar shake. So I'm a little froggy right now.
You should go eat.
Froggy.
I
Should we eat on the show?
So I have so before we count back in, I get a certain allotment of food per day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've had an apple today. I've had some smoked salmon, deli sliced smoked
Oh,
salmon.
yum.
Generally, what I do is I have a fresh junky salad with some shrimp added to it or some beans for protein. And then I have some more salmon at some point, and I have the shake as kind of an energy vibe kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I just haven't had it yet. And then making the shake, I'm still getting used to making these powdered shake. I'm not like, I don't know. Anyways, so ready to count down. I know
really
it's
hard.
like I know. I have a blender and I don't use it because it's a lot of work. And then I complain and bitch about the fact that it's all clumpy. So, all right. So counting down to the second segment of the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. As a reminder, we'll come back, 2-minute intro, and then we'll kick it back. So 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. This is your host, Franz Borkhardt. This is the second segment of episode 70. We're going Central today. We are having guests from around the Central community, the city of Central. It's been fun. The first half of the show, we were talking to Mayor David Barrow. We were talking to Kylee Arnold. We're going to be talking to Ashley Rush and Kristen Perrin this segment, as well as the infamous Kim Ellis. The famous, infamous Kim Ellis. We're just we're hanging out with some folks from Central and talking about why Central's a place you want to keep an eye on. Why is Central a place you want to maybe go and do a fitness fest in, or maybe go to one of their vendor small business events. Maybe you want to connect with their Chamber of Commerce and see what's cool stuff that's going on. It's not that far of a drive. I know people would like you to believe that it's like Egypt. It's not. It's not. I've gotten to see God's country. It's Central is God's country. It's God's country. So before we jump into
God, have you been talking to my mom?
I know.
That's exactly what we call it. We're like, come to God's country.
So before we talk about God's country, let me thank our show sponsors. These are the sponsors that make the Geaux Rouge Show possible. First and foremost, Dr. Gunja Rina from MDVIP Heal 360. You can check her out at www.mdvip.com/doctors/Gunja Rina MD. Concierge medicine. It is amazing. I love, as Kylee will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I love immediate gratification. I love instant and immediate gratification. I'm like Burger King on steroids, my way, right away. And that is what concierge service gives me, is 24-hour access to my doctor. Even if she tells me, Franz, you're crazy, I'll get back to you. It's 24-hour access. So I love her to death. She has helped me getting my life in order. Blood sugars are doing great, getting healthy and fit, dropping some LBs, making healthy decisions, changing my lifestyle. Love it. Dr. G, shout out to her. La Divina Italian Cafe, serving select wines, ice cold beer, plus their exclusive sorbet mimosa. If you have not had the sorbet mimosa, your life is just not complete. It's a good breakfast brunch beverage. Sorbet mimosa. Yeah, it's really, really good. The Borkhardt Law Firm, criminal defense firm. That's my law firm. Sullivan Steakhouse, your neighborhood steak restaurant. I'm going to recommend you try the Ora King Salmon. This stuff will change your life. Ora King Salmon. It's kind of healthy. I'm saying kind of healthy because it's got some additives to it. #butter. But it is delicious. Love their food at Sullivan's. A very good, down-to-earth steak neighborhood steakhouse experience. And last but not least, Gulf Coast Title. Shout out to the folks at Gulf Coast Title. Definitely check them out for your title needs. So we're easing into the dream team. Jesse Wally said that you guys are the dream team of Central right now, which of course is only going to get me in trouble because somebody I know from Central who's not on the show is going to say, "What up? You didn't have me on the show and you had all these other people on the show." So I am sitting and talking to Kim Ellis, Kylee Arnold, Mayor David Barrow, Kristen Perrin, and of course, Ashley Rush, the better of the two Rushes. There's nothing wrong with Gordy. Gordy's a good guy, but he's not Ashley, right? So we're going to start with you're right. So we're going to start with Ashley. So Ashley, everybody, I mean everybody, not to stroke your ego, but everybody, when I told them I was doing a show about Central, young professionals doing amazing things in Central, dynamic things that are happening in Central, everybody said you need to have Ashley Rush on. You simply cannot have a Central show if you don't have Ashley Rush on. They didn't say David Barrow. They said,
who are these everybody's?
So,
who are these everybody? Kim Ellis said, talk about all the great things we're doing. I'm like, she said, talk about the great things you're doing. I'm like, what are we doing? What am I doing? Like, it's mostly, we're already set up to succeed. This is just kind of me pushing it along.
Yeah. So what is so I know your title. What is your day in and day out job in Central?
So right now, I'm, very new, very green in this position. I'm of Central, but I wasn't a part of the Central, athletic, the Central Athletic Department. So I'm getting in the schools, I'm talking to the head coaches, kind of evaluating. We're doing like a 360 evaluation of every program, sports program that we have available, through our schools. And that's what I'm doing. I'm actually sitting in our middle school right now. So I talked to the track coach this morning. I have meetings throughout the day. I'll go to the school board to kind of check in with our superintendent, who is amazing. I don't think people realize how amazing of a situation between academics and athletics that we have. It's really a marriage, because Jason Fountain was at Florida State with Bowden at their academic centers. He was at, LSU and Miles, was there. He was with Kroom at Mississippi State. He's been in Arkansas. So he understands really that marriage, between athletics and academics can look like. And I think that's marriage made in heaven, in my opinion.
So if you have kids, this is the question.
I have 3.
Yeah, right. I knew that, but if one had kids, so one of the common thoughts about Central is it's a great place to live, right? It's a great place to raise,
everybody. Absolutely.
So that's gonna, I may come back to the mayor on this one, because I live in Baton Rouge and I'm a criminal defense attorney. I guess that kind of speaks for itself, but I have questions about how Central's been able to maintain its personality, its God's countryness. So, but back to sports. Mm-hmm. So I hear that sports are kind of a big deal in Central. That is what I'm hearing.
Right.
So
they've kind of got their own little flavor. Like they've got their own little, baseball has its own little stuff going on. Softball does, football does. We had talked about before, lacrosse is exploding. We're going to work a partnership between Central, athletics to get into Legacy off Sherwood Forest for our swimming and our tennis. So they're, hopefully they can kind of help us out. We don't have a country club in God's country yet. I'm not saying we're never going to have one, but we don't have one. And so we're going to reach out maybe to Greystone or something like that. So and until we get that, then we have those partnerships, but we're also just taking care of our people also.
Did you say in the first segment that Central may be hosting the state lacrosse championship?
Well, I talked to a guy yesterday. They have it's kind of like Division I and Division II, right? So the Division I is held, I think, in Shreveport, and Division II, they're looking for a space because between New Orleans and Lafayette, they have Shaw and Holy Cross, and then we have some Lafayette teams, and then obviously Central. And so they said, you have the new turf, which we passed a tax with 70% of our community voted on, and they're pretty it's pretty much at this point, like put up or show up,
Right.
What do you got? What can we, because our community is very supportive of the athletics out here. So they passed that tax, and that allowed us to turf the field. We're making, we're going to have a concession and pavilion at our field. We're gonna, work on a partnership with Breck that we're talking about, that we're gonna get a new track facility. And of course, I mean, we can always make everything better. I mean, baseball really needs a new, press box. Every facility that we have, we can make improvements, but the base, the structure is out here. It's just kind of us picking and choosing what needs to be done first.
So I would imagine that the hosting of a state lacrosse championship is a tremendous stimulus, economic stimulus for the city, right? Because people are going to come in. People are going to come in. Do y'all have hotels in Central? No, not so much.
We do not currently have hotels.
Okay, that wasn't me, but Kim.
Or car dealerships. If anybody can help us with that, car dealerships, hotels, we're in it to win it.
But you have good food. You have,
Oh, absolutely. You've been to Stabs. You've been to absolutely.
Caliente.
Dude, Caliente was really
Caliente.
It's good.
So Stabs. So I've gotten a
We have Meatpaws. Don't forget Meatpaws. We have a Waffle House. We have 2 Sonics. I mean, what city has 2 Sonics?
I'm not going to go there. Okay. So last question for Ashley before we hand it over to Kristen. Common misconceptions, and anybody can jump in on this one. Common misconceptions about Central. Things that people think about Central that are not necessarily true, or things you maybe even thought about Central before you got out there that now you're like, oh no, this is God's country. Ashley's like, why'd you put me on the spot on this one?
So I married a man from New Orleans. So when we decided to move to Central, when we started having kids and Gordy started traveling more, we looked at other places. We looked at Zachary. We looked at Live Oak. We looked at, all the places. And we decided to move to Central. And from New Orleans, it's a big adjustment to Central. I'm not going to lie. And I always was joking back and forth, because he was traveling a lot. When you show up, there might be goats in our yard to help with the grass. And he was like, no goats, we'll have a dog. We'll have, we'll live in Central. That's fine. And he used to say, I just sleep in Central. But now since we're having our kids and he's more involved in our kids, I mean, we have one that, does flag foot. We have 2 that does flag football, and we have one that's in wrestling, and we have a couple that's in track. And now he's able to be, part of our more family unit because we're doing all this stuff. He's not traveling as much. But just that adjustment, I think he can really kind of like settle in and relax. It's a slower pace of life, but it's with really great people that keep you grounded.
So I got to tell you, the older I get, the slower pace of life is starting to sound really, really, really
It's
good.
amazing.
Well,
Would love
Ashley,
to show you some spots, Franz. Let's go look at houses.
So Ashley, thank you so much for being a guest and taking time out of your busy schedule.
Y'all.
We're gonna turn it over to Kristen. Okay, Kristen, I'm hearing good things about the chamber. I'm hearing great things about the chamber. Talk to me about what is the chamber. What do they do in Central? I know what the Baton Rouge chamber does. I want to know about the Central chamber.
Well, I mean, we try to educate our businesses out here on, all the things basically like tax related or legislative, anything that's going on through there. We educate our businesses out here with that. We also do lots of ribbon cuttings for all of our new businesses in Central. So that's something that we are always posting on Facebook pages, new business ribbon cuttings. Those are fun to attend. We did do the Shop the Square. We combined forces with the city to put that event on a couple weeks ago. It was an amazing event. We had thousands of people come out.
So did you have over 70 businesses, I heard?
We had 75 businesses that came out and set up their, whether it was to sell their items or to promote their businesses, or just to kind of like, have little games out there for the kids, which also helped them promote. It was very family friendly. We had the Easter Bunny out for free Easter Bunny pictures, and we had lots of food trucks out here. The chamber is also, we've been advertising for the Journey Church is having a kind of like a food truck festival, I'd say, out at Journey Church on Grimmel Springs Road on April 16th. It'll be that evening, but we've got a lot of food trucks already signed up. What'd you say? We have a lot of food trucks already signed up to do that. And so that'll be a really fun thing to attend. I mean, all kinds, barbecue, pizza, ice cream, all kind of
So
stuff.
if I wanted to get information from the chamber, am I going to the same Facebook page or for the city of Central, or is there a separate website or
There's a
page?
Chamber of Commerce page, Central Chamber of Commerce, Central City Chamber of Commerce page. And we have we promote any of the events that we put on, which yearly we usually do the Mardi Gras ball in the spring, which we couldn't do this year because of COVID. But hopefully by next year we'll be back at that. Then
You guys have a Mardi Gras ball?
yes, we do a big Mardi Gras ball every year.
Is there a parade in Central?
We do a Central parade every year, but we do not do a Mardi Gras ball on Mardi Gras parade.
All right.
But and then we'll continue to do the Shop the Square events throughout the year. We'll also in the fall we do well, actually when it gets a little closer to Christmas time, right before Thanksgiving, we'll do a big running of the elves event. So it's a run and yeah.
So I'm making this pledge right
Dress
now.
up as an elf.
Yes.
I'm making this pledge right now to stick to my guns about being a healthier human being. I will dress like an elf or a reindeer for this run.
Yeah.
Wait, then you have to fuel up
we all dress
after
up Christmas
during the pancake cook-off.
reindeer,
Biggest
whatever.
fan of the whole segment.
And then after we run, we have a pancake cook-off where we have lots of businesses who participate in that as well. They cook, make their pancakes, and then we have judges. Usually the mayor is one of the judges. We have a few other judges from the community. And then we have the Shop Small Central. So we'll do like a campaign throughout the next month after that. That's kind of like our kickoff event where we encourage everybody to shop local, shop small, shop central, and there can be entered to win all kinds of big prizes.
So Kristen, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that Central has been able to maintain its vibe? Dude, it just sounds like a great place. How is that? Because we're good at making it to where we can't have nice things in general. As a human race, we're good at making it to where if there's something good going on, we're very good at some point exploiting that.
We're good at messing
You guys, we're good at that. Was what I was looking for. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah. So how is it that you guys are being able to maintain such a good community and ecosystem, so to speak?
Well, I think that Central is unique in that, number one, me, for example, I was born and raised here. I'm now raising my family here. And there are a lot of people like me out here in Central that really, truly have a heart for the community and want to see it succeed. And so we all kind of combine forces. And this isn't just a few of us. I mean, there's so many of the business owners out here that have, raised their families here. And, they've chosen Central because everybody is kind. Everybody wants to help each other. Even you always are going to have the naysayers, but there's always more that can more of the positive polys that kind of overcome the negative Nellies. And I think that that's really important. And that we're always supporting each other and kind of promoting each other. We're kind of all looking out for the good of one another. And I will say this, I don't know what the count is at this moment of churches in Central, but this is God's country, and that there's a lot of good, God-fearing, Jesus-loving people out here. And so we want to do what's right by our kids and our families and our city.
So first and foremost, Kristen, thank you so much for being a guest on the show. Again, what is that page that people should go on if they want to keep an eye on the chamber from Central?
City of Central Chamber. Let me make sure I'm saying it right.
So I'm going to let her look that up. And while she's doing that, I'm going to give the same question since David's been very quiet. So you are the mayor of Central. David, I've got to ask you the same question. What is it that makes Central so special, and how are you guys able to maintain this ecosystem of community?
Well, I was listening to what Kristen said, and I agree with everything she says. We're doing, of course, the new census is coming out, but we used to be the 12th largest city in the state of Louisiana. So even though people look at us as a big city, we're so spread out, we're still rural. And I think that besides that, we do have all of our local businesses supporting each other, and we support our local businesses. And when you really look at a lot of the businesses in Central, we don't have some of these big chain type restaurants, like a Chili's or things like that, but because of our demographics, but we have all of our local restaurants and they all support each other, and it's almost as if there's no competition among businesses out here. Each one supports the other. I was riding 2 Friday nights ago in Central about 7 o'clock, and you could go to the fast food restaurants and some of our local restaurants and everything, and everybody's packed. There's lines wrapped around, with people, wanting to go out and eat. So, our people support our businesses support our other businesses, and everybody just helps each other out. And I think that's what's such a great part of our community. Even though we're a big city, we still have that small community feel when it comes to our businesses. And I think that's what makes us so special.
So for those who are listening, going back to Kristen real fast, that page is
Central Chamber of Commerce. Yeah.
Perfect.
And can I say one more thing? Because we keep talking about athletics a lot. And I really think that has a lot to do too with us staying a tight-knit community, because
right.
When you have so many people involved in athletic programs, you create these little, pods of friends and of people that are concerned about each other and about each other's growth. And I think that that's really important to mention, because our baseball program through CAYL is huge. We've got the football program with the Central Area, the SLIPA, we do it through SLIPA, but it's CASA, Central Area Youth Sports Association. Then we have our biddy ball programs for our basketball teams. I have Central Community Athletics, which is cheerleading and tumbling for the girls. And I would like to say we did go to Panama City and we did sweep it. We all won first place. We took 72 girls to Panama City and 72 families, and we did awesome. So that's my plug for PTA.
Awesome. Congratulations.
But I think that's important to mention too. Athletics brings people together, and I think that has a lot to do with it.
So in our remaining time, and I absolutely agree with you as the most unathletic person in this window. I want to turn it over to Kim, because I will tell you, one of the things I actually really like about y'all's community is, and unfortunately, Kim, we only have 2 minutes left with you, but you can be like the best for last. I have noticed that one of the things that you guys do, and it kind of started with Kylee and her networking group, but it also transitioned, for me at least, the Thursday lunches. It's kind of like having a BMI without having a BMI, right? And it's informal and it's really laid back, and you never know who's going to show up. And it may be a real estate oriented ones, or it may be the who's who in the political circles of Central. I like that about a small community, right? That is something, there is a stuffiness that comes with Baton Rouge. And look, I love Baton Rouge. I have a show devoted to Baton Rouge. I will say there's a stuffiness when it comes to Baton Rouge. And so, Kim, talk to me a little bit about what you see happening in Central and where you see Central going in our remaining 1 minute.
I think Central is unstoppable right now. I wasn't born in Central. I moved to Central my senior year in high school. I did not attend any Central schools. But I just think with the group of people my age and all the business owners and the quality of people that are raising their families here, Central's unstoppable. They're just good people. We have amazing business owners. We have just people like Ashley who want to dig in and be a part of the community and make better choices for our schools and make our schools better. There's just no stopping. Like we're ready to raise the bar no matter where we're at. And everybody as a team works so hard to get there. And I've never met a group of people that are more team players. Just like getting everybody on this podcast today. Like all I had to do is send Ashley a text, send Kristen a text, and everybody jumped on. Yes, let's talk good about Central. We have the best cheerleaders for our city. There's no stopping. Anything we want, we can have it in Central.
I love it. I'm sure it was also, man, I can be on the Geaux Rouge Show and sit with Franz and talk. I'm sure that was
absolutely.
So we're about out of time. If you're listening on Facebook Live, we'll stick around for a few minutes just so we can go a little bit deeper. Not for a long time though, because these guys need to get back to work, and I actually have to practice some law today. But you've been listening to the Geaux Rouge Show. Kim, Kristen, Kylee, David, Ashley, thank you guys so much for being great ambassadors for Central, letting us go Central today. I definitely see having another Central themed episode in the future. We'll certainly have Kylee back closer to the festival. And I am, man, oh man, Mardi Gras and Central. I'm goosebumps. So
and every year they do a really cool theme. So they're themed Mardi Gras balls, which is
I don't know
awesome.
if you know this. I don't know if you know this about Franz Borchardt or not. He loves pageantry. He loves playing dress up.
You love a good theme.
Well, this is your chance then. This is your chance, Mardi Gras.
So I'm in furball. I'm in the furball this year, but I need more. I'm extra. I need more extra. So anyways, that's about it. That's about it for this episode of the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. For more information, www.geauxrouge.com. From Franz Borchardt, the folks at Talk 107.3 in the city of Central, have a great day, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, so we're clear. So, okay, before we leave, we're going to do a quick round robin. If you want to get more information on the city of Central, you can go to Central's Facebook page. If you want more information on the chamber, we talked about that. Kristen, your businesses, your boutique, again, where would they go to get information about your boutique?
I mean, Facebook, Southern Charm Marketplace. We have a Facebook page and a group page.
Let's say hypothetically I'm 42 years old, a dude and bald, and in no way creepy, and I want to get into tumbles. Is that an option for me, or is it maybe too late? Is it too late? It feels like it may be too late.
Hey, I've got some guy coaches that could probably get you in shape. I mean, they could throw you in the air if you needed them to.
If you do it, Franz, I'll do it.
I am not doing this.
We need an adult tumble class, huh?
I need to hit my back tuck.
So my 5-year-old used to go to daycare at the Rayner Center on Jefferson Highway, and they used to have tumble days.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd watch videos of them tumbling these kids. And like the risk management side of me is just like, this seems like a horrible idea. But like he would come home and he would tumble and roll and all this stuff. Okay, so
yeah,
boutique, tumbling, athletics. If I want to get more information about Central Athletics, Ashley, where am I going to go?
So anything rec wise, I say go to Central Athletic Foundation, which we call CAF out here. And then you can always check out our Central Athletic Foundation, obviously, for anything rec, whether it's CAYL, flag, SLIFA, football. I think even some CAF, some of the cheer stuff we're going to have on there. So anything rec wise, you go to that website. We're steering towards that website.
So Kylee, Casu Creative for all your marketing, PR, copy, and just generally anything you need. Definitely check them out. I do not make, and I'm not exaggerating, Kim, when I say this, I don't make chess moves when it comes to my marketing and PR without talking to the girls first, without having a coffee with Siobhan or Kylee. It doesn't happen every day. And I'm really good at marketing, and I still I go seek help from people.
Look, hey, I'm a nutrition coach and I still have a coach. We all need, accountability and just that extra person to bounce ideas off of, whether it's marketing or nutrition.
Very true.
So I'm excited about the festival. I will definitely help promote that. And then last but not least, Kim is a premier realtor at Exit Realty, right? I mean,
if you want to move to Central, I'm the girl to talk to.
So are there a lot of, look, I'm not trying to advertise for anybody else. Are there a lot of realtors in Central, or is there just you? There's just you, right? I mean, there's some other
me.
realtors.
I'm the only real estate agent in Central.
Right.
The only one.
I'm the only one with the key to any house in Central.
So on that note, I feel like I'm going to be your criminal defense attorney one day. So I'll leave you on this note, guys. I have a instinct of when I meet people, I generally know within a certain percentage the likelihood of me representing them one day, or the likelihood of them needing representation one day. And I'm like 85% accurate. So I'm not saying Kim needs that. I'm just saying I know.
Thanks, Ron.
You're saying you're there in case, just
right.
Kim, look, I never know when you're just gonna, have an incident, and so anyways, thank you guys so much for taking your time. And I really do mean that. I think this episode was amazing. It was a lot of fun. Ashley just belted out because Ashley had to belt out. So thank you guys. We're going to go off of Facebook Live.